Hello and welcome back, friends. How we doing? Had a mini break. Went, hung out with Mrs. Josie, worked on some stuff, went outside for a little bit, all the things. Long time no see. It has been forever. Your sneaky stream earlier almost killed my... Listen, I'm sorry. You still have the ability to watch the VODs, though. If you watch the VOD for like 5 minutes, I think it keeps it alive. I think that's how that works. But hello, friends. Good to see you all. Muta Murphy, hello. Stewie, hello. Controller, what's up, Knight? Mongo, hello. Gamer Boy, what up? Hi, Carrie. How y'all doing, friends? Didn't expect a double. I knew I was going to do it. I knew it was going to happen. It was inevitable, friend. 'Twas inevitable. Keeping us fed. But good to see you all. Hello. Band Nerd, thank you so much for the 2 months, dude. Welcome back. Zach, how are you? I'm going to probably just go ahead and open Phas. We're going to start off with some no evidence Phas, and then what we might do is we might switch over to the floor above and try to see what we can do there, because we have 2 episodes we have not done yet. Yeah. Why double stream on a Saturday? Because I'm home alone. Yeah, that's why. I am home alone. We'll do some no evidence. No evidence is a good time. Sometimes. Occasionally. Maybe. Hard to say. Zappini, hello again. But it should be fun. All right. I can now send this. I'll make sure to send a noti out so that way all of our friends can come chill. Hey, what's up, Beanie? Let's see. Do one of those with one of these, with one of those, with one of these, and there we go. Groovy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and open up Phas now. There's no point in waiting. Might as well do it. Long time no see. Well, hello. Don't mark me tardy. Roger that. What is this? I don't want this. What is this? Get it out of my face. Whatever it's trying to show me, I don't want it. It's like I've seen you before. Nah. Ms. Pants, thank you for the 5-month prime. Hi, Michaela. How are you?
Welcome back.
We're back.
There's some jobs
Now,
ready for you.
I'm not focused on the event. That is not my mission. We're just no evidence. So it does not have to be an event map. I don't care. It could be normie maps. We've also gotten word, by the way, that there is going to be a fix for Grafton and Ridgeview coming on Monday. Or so they say. So we'll see how it goes. You didn't ban me. No, not this time. Hey, Lincoln, welcome in. How are you? What's up, Tom? How are you? Good to see you. Sug, good to see you. Stephanie, hello. Nocturne, hello. What's up, Macy? I've been good, man. Been good. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming today. I'm not like, very unlikely I'm streaming like to what I normally stream to. I figured I'd start early. If anything, I mean, I'm going to have to eat dinner at some point. So we'll like, I say take a break. I've already pre-made food. So I'll eat that while we either watch a video or we watch one of our friends playing. And then I'll eat really fast while I do that. Logic. So hey, how are you? How was the stream yesterday? Went really well. The viewer games were awesome. I've already posted a video of the viewer games that's already live. Yeah. Got me at a bad time. Wait, did I call you? Hey, Zane. I'm good. How are you? Turns out the boss did not care that you said it was okay that I didn't go to work. So here I am sitting at work. Wow, your boss sucks. What an a-hole. Why can't I just see Flash shoveling food? No. That's not what I do. I have a little bit of dignity. Surprise, Hatter. Hello. You got a new kitten named Banjo? Aw. Aw. How rude. I would agree. You show up here, you say hi, you gave me all this warmth, and then you just steal it right out from under me. I would agree. It's pretty rude. I would have to agree. Question about the mayor. Can it blow the lights and interact with the fuse box? Correct. Yeah. The mayor, the only thing it can't do is turn on a light switch. That's it. Shit. Okay. Double surprise. I know. What is this jazz? What is this noise? Hey, what's up, Alice? Welcome in. We'll go here. It's fine. Not that one. This one. How's Miss Josephine? She is doing wonderfully. She's great. She's just tired as ever could be. She's flopped out on the couch and she's just been living there while I was making food and stuff. She's always sure to pay attention to us when we're doing that. But beyond that, she's just looking for somewhere else, for the next place to sleep, basically. But yeah, you got food. Nice. It's 5 o'clock for me. I'll eat in a little while. Not right now, though. Hey, Flame. Good to see you. She was... her supervision of food prep is basically, I'm just waiting for you to drop shit on the floor. That's what it is. So she got herself some cheese and some meat. So she's good to go. Hi, Kitsune. All right. We're just going to jump right in. There's no point in waiting for it. No, I need custom. Let's start with this one. Preset, professional, ghost. Evidence given, 0. All right. Good deal. We'll start on Tangle, work our way around. We're doing some no evidence runs. Let's do it. Am I putting this on you? I never know for sure. Sometimes it's almost a guarantee. Other times it maybe not. It just depends if I want to, if I like the content. Yeah. Hi, Queen. Interesting special stream today. Wow, you know, we got the time. We figured why not? Are we doing tater difficulty? No, I'm not walking backwards with my eyes shut while juggling tater tots. Negative. I'm not doing tater difficulty. When does the event end? Is it end on like the 21st or something? I could be a liar. I could be an absolute liar. You have 10 days, 2 hours, and 36 minutes. Yeah, says it right here. Time remaining. You got 10 days. Little Town Soldier, hello. What the heck? What the heck? I know. Sounds fun. Wait, what sounds fun? What is the roleplay mode? It's where you can play as the... No. It's just the way that you play the game. So, like, roleplay, which I don't know, like, I'm very curious to hear who mains looking for that. But it's if you're really getting into the whole ghost investigation thing. You know what I mean? 2 lives in 1 day. Great Saturday. Listen, we try, man. All right, let's do a no evidence at Tangle. Hey, Honorable. Good to see you. Something about walking backwards, juggling taters on. Yeah, that's our tater. That's just what we're used to at this point. You get used to it. You get used to it. All right. We should be good. Nody went out. That went out. All of that's live. We're good. Groovy. Okay. What do we have? James Knight. We need to escape it, get 2 sounds, and crucifix. I'm going to immediately walk in with this and with this. Side quest. Side quest. All right. Not a Banshee, not a Diane. Let's roll. Not a Banshee, not... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The gamer's playing Phasma while wearing Ghostbuster outfits IRL. Yeah, basically. All right, if I lay that down... Still getting lag in this game. How do I know? Because it's a male ghost. All right, I'm going to put this guy, and then I'm going to do that guy, and then that guy. That way I can just roll over to the next one. Rally? Yeah, rally. I'll walk slowly in case it decides to blow the firelight out. Power's downstairs again. My longest? I don't know. I don't keep track of those kind of stats. I have no idea. I would have to do some digging to find out what the longest is. I have no clue. How do you get good at no evidence? Get really good at nightmare, and then get good at insanity, and then just keep going until you have none. That's really the way. Hey, what's up, Real? Real Sub Cook. Thank you for the raid, dude. How was your stream? Silent Sam, hello. Finally caught another live. What up? Halogen. Hello, friend. All right, we don't have a ghost. Was it a good one? What'd you do? Oh my God, I was watching Mel earlier and she had, I didn't catch the game until it was over and she was looking for the bone and she saw that the bone was in the master bedroom somewhere. I went and watched her video back, her stream. It was literally a hand right here. Oh. Played some Phas, get some ghosties. Nice. I was hoping it would just instantly give it to me, but apparently it doesn't want to do that. Katie, thank you for the gifted to Toto. Avocado. Thanks. Jesus Christ. Oh. Wait. That was over here somewhere. Hey, you in here, you sneaky snake? Mr. 420, hello friend, how are you? Get lost, the lost. I'm not really sure what it's saying. Hi, Trisha. Had the bone right at the front door. It took 15 minutes to find it. Oh no. Oh no. All right, let's get stuff. It obviously has revealed where it is. Oh, hi, Drifter. Excuse me? Me squeeze me's? Let's go. Oh. Hey, Will, thank you for the 23 months. Love the new stuff, but is the bone still stuck under the porch? Oh, if I heard it correctly, I think they're going to fix that on Monday. Or so they say. Grafton and Ridgeview are supposed to get fixed on Monday. Did I grab evidence items? I hate my face. I went to go, I was like, okay, I need to get the camera to check for orbs, and I just naturally grabbed all the shit. Not a mare. That's a light. Yeah, I'm doing no evidence, and I forgot I was doing no evidence. Yeah. Hi, Karumba. My most unhinged hack. None? What? Oh shit, thank you for the 3 months. Hello. Good to know if I want to do perfect games. Don't do Ridgeview right now. Don't do Ridgeview on the non-event map. Yeah. No, they never said that the event ended in March. No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't say that anywhere. All right, I'm gonna bring salt, crucifix, motion sensor. What up, Joe? Rogue, thank you for the 5 months. Tonda, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hey, Truthful, good to see you. All right, we need to make sure it's actually here, which that proves right there. Macy, oh, you sick son of a bitch. Macy, thank you for the subs. Wait, come on. No, Norm. Norm, you're coming with. And ka-chow. And we're going to go get the shell. Macy, thank you. Let's go. It's the... Ugh. It's the non-event map, yeah. Yeah, the event is ending in 10 days. Wait, wait, were you the one that asked that before? Am I losing my shit? You love Phasmophobia. If you love Phasmophobia so much, how is it you don't know these things already? Galaxy, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, friendo. Gotta let Norm ride the horsey? Okay. I'll get him on the horsey when we go back. Galaxy. All right, let's do a smudge. I'm doing more of these. I'm check events. I just love the game. Yeah, but if you love the game and you play the game, you can check the events inside the game. Hey, Panther, good to see you. Is the gnome useful? useful in the sense of entertainment because he does talk. Oh, hold on. They want him to ride the horsey. It's not good enough. I don't want a leaner. I want it to be perfect. And Norm, I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm trying. It's like there's like something blocking it. Also, you can't pick him up in certain places, which is weird. Hey, that'll work. He's going backwards. That'll do, pig. That'll do. All right. So, what do we know? You haven't left the room. Thank you for the follows, friends. Zippini, thank you for the gifted to Lucky Luke. Has it really not left the room? Norm with his tricks. No. It's either going to now or it's not. There it goes. Okay, not a wraith. It's just locked and loaded in that room. Like it's not coming out and I don't know why. All right, let's get more stuff. Yeah, it's tapped in it now, finally. All right, let's get... Would you relax yourself? All right, we've got a video camera in there. We've got a firelight in there. I could bring another firelight, but I don't think that's necessary. I think a backup smudge would be necessary. Gorio roam? Yeah, maybe. It's not going very far. Crazy, I'm doing good. How are you? Hey, do you want to lift something up so I can take a photo of it? No, in this room. What? Ghosty. Flash throughout playing Phasmophobia on Willow Street. The truck was invisible. I have yet to have the truck be invisible for me. Negative. Negative. It's like, nah, I'm good. Where is it? Found out today shades can even hunt when you're not inside. Still a bit of a newbie player. The ghosts aren't supposed to hunt when there's nobody in the house. Are you sure there was nobody in there? Happy mother, thank you for the 16 months. Thank you guys for the hype train. Okay, we get you're walking around. That's so cute. Yeah, I know. You're there. Are you about to leave the room again? Zappini. You unlock that emote? That's a good one. I think I want to get a, I want to figure out a way, or I want to figure out like a dusty trail emote. I don't know what that would be, but something. It's like an animated wagon with music. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe a shade? Maybe. Why is there mustard on pancakes? You don't eat mustard on pancakes? Pfft, weirdo. Shell and then Norm? We got the conch and then we got Norm? I didn't realize it was my birthday. Literally back to back. He said, boy, am I feeling weathered. No, you can't sound record either of those, which is a really, really missed opportunity. And it makes my heart sad. Is this actually a shade? Dr. Christian, thank you for the biddies. Are you a shade? Because if you are, you really suck. What if I do this? Hold on. If I do this, I know for a fact that it left the room. It was throwing things earlier? Yeah. So like that's if it throws something right now, we know it's not a shade. Hello? Oh. They did not. I'm sorry, was there a fix to this? Literally locking all the books off so you can't pick... Burn it down! Burn it with fire! You can't pick up any of these books anymore? Oh, instead of just getting rid of a few, we'll literally stop you from being able to pick up any of them. I can't... Look. This one book. Yippee skippy. Shut up! Alright, I don't think it's a shade. Although, hey, okay, listen. You're turning this into like one of the most eventful Nancy rooms. Can you make the doll move? Oh, Norm almost scared me. Here, I offer this. You won't do it. Norm, you having a good time? I know you're not a... Oh, I need to mark that down, though. We know it's not a mare, but... So it looks like what they did... Oh, okay, real original, dude. So it looks like what they did was they just made sure one of each was available, maybe, and then they locked down all the rest. We also had a time where we pulled out all these books. Yeah, it looks like they put a stop to that, which is really unfortunate. Yeet. There's a lot going on. CD! Hey for the subs. Hi, Crowster. Hi, friend. How are you? All right, we'll sit here to do a nice little Onryo test. Make sure it doesn't leave the room. Can a shade blow out a candle while it's in the same room as I? As long as you, the candle, and the ghost are in the same room? No, it can't. I need you to get back in this room, Ghosty. You better meander your ass back over here. Hey, what's up, Data? How are you? A Pulte bomb would be awesome. I've seen a Pulte bomb with those books. I've had friends that have done it. I've never had a Pulte in this room. Oh, you sick bastard. Norm, I can't take you with me. We could try. Why does it sound like the ghost is over there? Mr. Tom, am I dreaming? Tom, I didn't get to see your end product with Minecraft. I need to go back in your VOD. Because I have no idea what Neon made. Hi, Allie. How are you? Mr. Tom, how's your... Tom, this has been one of the most eventful Nancy rooms I've had. This is a no evidence run. We came in, set some stuff up, we put Norm... Okay, all right. The second I go over here, you piece of trash. Where are you right now, by the way, Ghost? All right, I'm gonna go get... I have 2 smudges. Okay, hold on. So I brought Norm, and I also brought the conch into the room because, like, I've heard the conch shell one time, and I barely heard it because I was talking. So then it made the conch shell noise, and then it made Norm talk, and then when I went to the other side of the bed, it rocked the rocking horse with Norm on it. There's all kinds of crazy shit happening. The only thing that it has not done, it has not made the doll move. I think that's it. This ghost has been crazy. Clipped it, thank you. Do I like the new Tango better than the old? 1,000,000%. The old was puzzle pieces that they found that they put together. This they made from scratch. Absolutely. All right, I kind of... I might take this and run. Oh, yeah, and I picked up the bear and it giggled in my hand. Ugh. Creep. All right. Ghost has yet to hunt. So, it's about to do the thing. Start your engines. Oh, my lord. Thinking Goryo. I don't know, though. That out there to there, that's a pretty long roam. We'll wait for it to hunt. You know what I was about to say? I was about to say, watch this be one of the most, like, obvious ghosts after all of that. Come on, little buddy. Well, we take him for a walk. We can walk our Dio. All the objectives are done. Man, that's a good start. That's what I'm talking about. I have 0 media, by the way. Oh, you bitch. Do X-Space Point schedule, Alice. Yeah, I saw the bone. I don't have the camera in my hand, though. The camera's over by the door. Yeah, it's right here. Smudge on me. Good. The day is good. How was yours? Thank you guys so much for the treasure train. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. All right. I didn't bring an EMF, did I? No, Mav, you can't. Whenever you went to chat, there was rules that popped up that you did not read that said don't ask to play. Yeah. I'm gonna go take a photo and I'm gonna fail. That's okay. No worries. I have viewer day. I literally did viewer games last night, so I do have viewer days. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ka-chow. Got him. Forever makes me sad. Forever sad. Do that there. Donosaurus, thank you for the biddies. Thank you all for the follows. I appreciate you. You swear the Oni... Oh, so technically the Dio, it has different blinking than normal ghosts. So you're right in noticing that it is different. But it's just normally people don't think about it because it's such an obvious ghost. Okay, homie. No need for all that. Oh, let's see. I could get... Oh. Now you're over there. What are you doing over there? I need videos. We're falling apart. There's no way I'm getting this. When you don't have evidence, it makes it a lot harder. My favorite ghost is a mimic. I love them. Get out. Get out. Get out. Dio growl, perhaps? But the only way to get the Dio growls with a spirit box. You can't get a Dio growl on a sound recorder. And I can't get spirit box because it's no evidence. Yeah. Joe! Thank you for the sticker giveaway. If you guys do X-Space Point enter, you guys could win the music box sticker that's on the merch shop. Ghost, are you done? Has it given up? How do I get the ghost and all the evidence with tier 1? I'm confused by your question. What do you mean? How do you get it with tier 1? Like you would with tier 2 or tier 3? Confuzzled. I thought you could on the paramic. No. No, Banshee stuff, like Banshee Whale, you can get that on the parabolic. You can get that on the sound recorder. Hey, there we go. You can't have forced evidence when you can't have evidence. All right, sounds are done. I have 2 videos. I need 2 photos. Okay, you know what? Wait. I can go get the EMF. I can get a picture of that. What are we thinking? Oh, it's a DO. Yeah, it's a DO for sure. Ever thought about making your screen more bright or whatever at different settings? No, if you're talking about using NVIDIA settings to make the game brighter than what it can normally be, I don't like to do that because console players can't do that. So if I brighten my screen with an OBS filter, right? Wait. Oh, that was to darken it. Oh yeah, I literally have a filter to darken it whenever I was playing old Phasmo. I was really confused. But if I do something like that, I was so confused. If I do something like that, yes, it is brighter for the stream. That's fine. I could do that. I like it to look the way that it should look. Is this for the Galaxy badge? That's not till the 16th. Clip it. Your friend just started. Is there any tips you can give them? What are they struggling with? It's the question I always ask because it's very open-ended to be like, give me Phasmo tip. Like, okay, don't die. Well, that's not good. I need better advice. Okay, better. What makes it better? Because I think that's great advice. Not dying is probably one of the most important parts of the game because if you die, you lose a lot of money. So, yeah. There's a drop that's going to be happening on the 16th. Yeah, we're doing our best to try to be a part of it so that we can have it here on my stream. But if I can't, you can still get it from the Galaxy stream. Get the ghost right. Also great advice. They're still at tier 1. Okay. What are they struggling with? Hey, Cindy. Thank you for the tier 1. Welcome in. Got the sticker. Let's go. Congrats. Why do I like this game so much? Because I enjoy it. What's your favorite food? Get media. Helps with experience and doing objectives. Oh, for sure. Getting the ghost right. Just get your evidence. Yeah, if they're struggling to get the ghost correct, just get all 3 evidence types and you're good to go. Easy peasy. The bone is random. 100% random. There is no set. The only way to think about the bone is it should spawn where the ghost can walk. Yeah, if it ever gets a little buggy, sometimes that happens. How dare you enjoy the game? How dare you? He just got the game. Okay. Still, we're getting there eventually. We're going to land the plane. What are they struggling with? Or was it literally just that they have a really hard time getting the ghost correct? Hi, gamer fan. Practice, practice, practice. Amen. Ghost book. Yes, that is a ghost book. Good job. I think people should play pro, not amateur. Sure. My least favorite ghosts? It's like Goryo, Shade. They're definitely up there for sure. I'm a gem. No, you're a gem. All right, I can get a picture of the EMF. I don't need sounds. I do need videos though, and I need 2 on EMF and a ghost event would be nice, like translucent ghost, fart ball. I could do one of those. Yeah. Somebody came into fast and level 1 to 56 from doing weeklies to help a ton. When comfortable enough, doing custom matches, etc. When tier 1, just doing evidence and recognizing the blinks, etc. And watching Flash and other content. That's honestly, seriously, Prof, that's literally how I started. When I started, I think Tom would agree, many of us started that way by watching others and getting a little bit of like some know-how and then eventually figuring it out ourselves. Ooh, you're right. The picture of the cursed. Ooh. Did I? I didn't want to hunt in there anyway. What the? Where's my photo camera, by the way? Is there some sort of boundary thing right now with Tangle? Please tell me there's not. You asked the ghost to event. I don't know if that was an event. With the way that door just shut, I think that might have been something different. That looked like an attempted hunt? I would have to agree. And we also did hear the door lock. Oh, bless this home. I never even looked at the doormat. I'm just a little curious. Bro, no way. Really? Can somebody do me a favor and clip this, please, so that I can send it to them? Oh, that's a problem they had like years ago. Apparently it still is a thing. That's great. Awesome. No, don't send it to them. F you. I will. I like the glitch. Listen, while it's still there, you can still use it. You know it's going to take them more than a day to get to it. That used to be like the thing. Was like cheesing. No event for me? All right. What happened? I stepped away for a second. Well, apparently Tanglewood has a issue with boundaries at the front door, and the map thinks that you're in the map. Made one with a name. Thank you, Tika. That makes it a lot easier for me to find it later. Yeah, it's a Dio. Little Dio pants. Take your Negan bat and get the hell out of here. So why is that actually useful? You have the ability to stand at the front door and get different things like sounds. You can sit and check the temps. You can do a bunch of stuff by just sticking your toe into the front door, and then it will never pull you in. It'll just keep pushing you out of the door, which is not what we want to happen. All right, what do I need to happen? I just need events. Oh, the picture of the cursed. Oh, yeah. You son of a bitch. All right, you're going downstairs. We're going to go play with the choo-choos. Come on. Me and you through and through. Wait, what was the cursed object? Not the monkey paw. Dio just wants a hug. I don't want it. I don't want. Oh, was it cards? I didn't even notice. Oh, crap. Well, that's not good. We don't want that. Giving the Dio a house tour? Yeah. You know, that Sabrina Carpenter thing. It's turning the crucifix over. While playing my most hated ghost is a Ure. I can never tell when I'm getting Ure door touch. That's a very fair thing to say, because right now the Ure door slam is really weak and it's unidentifiable. Like, you can't recognize half the time when it's doing it. And it's really unfortunate, and hopefully the Ure gets like a bump at some point. I'm telling you, this is like one of the most... Did I just see some? This is one of the most active, like, Tanglewood ghosties I've had. The cow toy, yeah. The shaker thing, yeah. Is the APOC anything? What? Would you like a house tour? Oh, wait. Where's my video camera? Oh, yeah, I can get video view. Here, do you even lift, bruh? Ugh. Oh, look, I could barely pick it up. What a lovely Dio. I would have to agree. Stupid. I could have gotten a video this whole time. Do I miss the kitchen island? No. No. It makes you want to do different things. It makes you hunt differently, and I'm totally okay with it. Not to mention this over here, you duck and the ghost can't see you. I mean, obviously I can't prove that with this ghost. In fact, does not lift, bruh. If the APOC, if you custom matches, etc., you can also get the multiplayer at a certain point, help to level up. Oh, you mean for customs? Oh, for sure. Diamond Tower, Sydney. Sydney, thank you again for the sub. Diamond Tower, welcome in. Oh no, you're gonna disappear, aren't you? You piece of trash. Oh. I could have gotten that video. You suck. It did it again. I just don't want it to spawn on top of me. Ugh. Is there a glitch? No, Grafton's just broken. It's apparently going to get fixed on Monday, or so they say. Never seen a ghosty this active? I know in a Dio. What difficulty? This is a no evidence run. Yep. Hi, streams you can type in or on Twitch, so don't expect an answer if you ask a question on YouTube. You literally see your message on the screen, right? You see the little YouTube logo next to the names that came from YouTube? Nailed it. Hi, Alice. What is the best loadout to start? Beginner of the game? Flashlight, EMF, thermo. For sure. I'm inspired to have the patience that Flash has. I have 3 kids. Hi, Poison Ivy. Why is it not hunting now? Damn it. You scared me. Love your soul. Alright, so I got a hunting video. I could smudge it and try to get an object throw. 3, 2, 1. A ka-chow. That'll buy us time. Finish your hunt. There you go. Now, where are you hunting from, little friend? Ooh, I have breath here. Hello? Where's it hunting from? Going for perfect. I might as well now. Yeah, I was close enough. Oh, it's in there. I heard it. I heard it. Wait. Got it. All right. Hold on. Object, hunting, motion, burned. Wait. I don't have firelight burnout. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. Hi, Mel. Poison Ivy. Thank you for the gifted, friend. All right. I'll turn this off. We will get this light. And I have a smudge. Oh, wait. I have all kinds of lights. I forgot I grabbed all these. Shit. Still the same game? Absolutely. We're milking this game. I have no stamina. Mel, I figured out something about Tanglewood that's... It's unfortunate, but I mean, they'll eventually fix it. What about salt? Oh, I could have, but I got those anyway, so it's totally fine. Photos, videos, sounds. We figured out the ghost. We've got the bone. No evidence. Oh, good. What is it now? Let's see if this will do it. So right now I'm on the line. I might not be close enough. We'll figure it out in a second. See you, Herky. Have a good one. Let's try there. I just spam entering and exiting. Oh, there's my breath. There we go. We'll see if it happens. It might pull me in. Is EMF thermo video good? Yeah. Actually, you know what? Another way to probably like really get this figured out. Hold on. Let me go get a parabolic microphone. Features. Oh yeah, F you too, buddy. All right, so it looks like if you go to the line. Actually, it might not be able to hear it. I might need to go in and back up. We'll do it in a second. Because right now you can hear the outside, not the inside. Do we know the ghost? It's a Dio. So we've reliably done that like 4 times. I wonder if this will pull me in. It might. Now we're just playing at this point. If it does, we'll take him for some more walkies. It'll be fine. Any clips? No, we're good. No, I'll what he said. Yeah, so that's good stuff. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully they fix that soon, but we have a perfect game, so let's get out of here. Is it a Uri that can only fully close and open a door? No, any ghost can fully close or open a door. Because if a ghost touches a door and it just so happens to touch it enough to make it fully open, there you go. You can't call that only a Uri. That's a perfect Dio. That's a really good start to some no evidence runs, though. I'll take it. The ghost is telling us more walkies. No, it's already had enough walkies. That's enough. Nocturne! If you guys do exclamation point, enter. This one's for a tarot card sticker.
Welcome back.
Oh, you sweet little Dio. We took you for your walks and we did all the things. Lovely. 3,700 for that. Because this custom that I'm using is literally professional with the evidence turned off. It is pro, turn off the evidence, it gives you a 7-time multiplier, which technically if you use these settings on Sunny Meadows, you could get the bronze APOC. I wouldn't recommend it though, because you have better settings where you can actually get evidence. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Yeah. Oh yeah, and you can, yeah, Britt, you're right. Yeah, and you can also open the doors through walls. Yeah. Have you guys seen that? Here, let's go back real fast. Some of you guys have seen it. Some of you might not have. I'll just go in there real quick like this. We'll take a smudge just in case. It's so silly. It is so silly. Singing a wolf song. Enjoy the sticker. Watch it hunt me immediately, I swear to God. So, whatever, it's fine. So this door is open. Door open. Door open. Oh, no, did they fix it? Oh, tell me they fixed it. I think they fixed it. I can't, it won't let me do it. Wait a minute. Unless I just did that. Wait. Oh, never mind. That was totally through the wall. Not fixed? Well, look, but it's not letting me do it here. It's like something's changed. What did they change? Because look, it's almost like it's not as easy, but you still can do it. Is there really benefit? No, you can really screw with your friends though. That's kind of the big point of that. Can you still do the front door through the breaker spot? Oh, I didn't even have the breaker in the right spot for that. Yeah. Hi, Neon. Neon, I can't wait to go back and watch and see what you guys built. I saw what Tom was doing. I didn't see what you were doing. I wonder if that's why the other part is now broke. I don't know. I'm not sure. They definitely, I had no idea that they fixed the books inside of the nursery. The kids' room. I had no idea that they fixed the books, and now they're literally all not movable. I had no idea. Everything is broken. I'm gonna eat. Keeping you up. Oh, I appreciate you, Mel. I'm gonna eat here soon too. Oh. No, stream's not ending. No, I just did one game. No, absolutely not. We're moving our way down the line, friend. Probably messed with the hitbox of the door. Maybe. But if they did that, that would mess with every single door. I don't know. Tagnus, thank you for the follow. All right. Let's do a no evidence at Edgefield. I watch you and Doc with the hot sauce on YouTube. Doc's always a good time when he has hot sauce because he ends up getting hiccups. Epic Skate Nom Nom, she is. I already made my Nom Noms. I just have to heat it up and eat the Nom Noms. Catherine Taylor, cleanse the ghost, capture a photo, and sound recorder. What if I can, like... Last time I tried this, it failed miserably, though. Let's do it. Oh, it's snowing. Oh, let's go get the power on. Diane, are you calling the ghost already? All right, let's go. Oh, hello. You sweet, sweet little thing. Singing a wolf song. Enjoy the sticker, friend. All right. In our travels, we'll look for the bone. Wait a minute. I thought I heard that. I thought I heard that. Only a nerd would do a second. Oh, okay. Only a nerd would come in here and call someone a nerd, you nerd. Power's in the basement again. Oh, I thought I saw the bone. Got your tattoo yet? No, I was talking to Mrs. Flash about that. Oh, you heard about that too? Yeah, I told her, I was like, I'm gonna do what I can to see about this week, about just getting in there and getting it done. We're all nerds, hell yeah. Ain't got no normies around this piece. Oh my god. All right, so we have music box. I think we kind of know where Ghosty is, ish. Around that area, so let's do this. The ghost is very excited. What's my favorite non-hiding spot? Here, straight ahead. All right, question is, are you there? You're the nerd? Question about the map prison. Does each cell count as a room? No. The side of the cell block counts. Left, right, upstairs, left, right, that kind of stuff. Do these, bring in this. I'm just gonna start trucking stuff into the door. We don't know when the character customization is coming. There's been 0 announcements on their social media. We have no clue. Put that there, put that there. Okay. I wanted to hear if it was more than one object. Should do one when I'm playing in VR. If I can get my VR to cooperate, man, it's always a pain in the ass, especially when trying to stream it. All right, we'll check for Wraith and for Galu. I'll bring a smudge just to, you know, not die. I wasn't ready, you prick. I'm not going to be fast enough for this. I can sure try. Run in, run in, and run in, run in. Give me more. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I'm full up. Shit. just get? I mean, what did I just get? Motion sense. Balls. All right. Got that. All right, now walk in this. No. You're gonna step in one of them. Maybe. No, it's not zero sanity. It's just zero evidence. Broski? Okay. I'm gonna try VR. Anything but afraid I'll get motion sickness. You could, I mean, honestly, it could be worth just trying for a little while. And if you feel like your stomach is starting to feel it, then maybe take a break from it. That might be the way. All right, I've got disturbed, motion, object. We can get this. I have ads coming soon. I'll run outside when the ads happen. Oh yeah, not a Galu, and also not a Wraith. Don't you do it. Give me. Wait. Wait. Are you able to record that? I always thought it was all jacked up and you couldn't record that. I just saw the thing. Hey, can you do that again, please? Oh, that's not what I asked for. All right. I got that sound. I'm going to go run outside real quick. And we are going to pause our butts right here. Ads are about to play. I do 3 minutes every hour, friends. So while the ads are running, I will wait literally out here and make nothing up. Yeah, I saw the sound happen. Yeah, the piano sound. I thought that we never could record that. Am I mistaken? I swear it was one of those things where we're like, that's a missed opportunity. Oh yeah, it walked in so much salt. By this point, it's not a Galu, 100%. Just waiting for these ads to happen. One of these days, Alice, one of these days. There they go. Might have been a coincidence. Yeah, but for it to come, like, happen and disappear that fast, I don't know. I'm not sold that it was a coincidence. I doubt that I'm going to be able to get the ghost to do that again, but I could try. Yeah, I have a VR. I would really like one that's a little bit more Steam friendly. I've had a Quest 3 for ages. Got Discord? Yeah. Yeah. Discord link is there. All the socials are there. Patreon's there. All the things. Hey, what's up, Heather? Got a trolling ghost, and the second you turn your back, it does what you want it to. Been looking at getting the Steam VR set. I'm definitely thinking about it. If it's going to make my ability to stream VR stuff better, I'll definitely think about it. I think I said got patched and able to get the recording of it. I just cannot remember who it was. I don't remember there being any kind of patch note that said, like, you can get the piano recording now. I don't recall that. Yeah. I do not know. How's it going, Flame? Let's look at what we have. We have 1 audio, 2 photos, 2 videos, and 2 audios. I need literally 2 of each. Okay. Okay. I got both crucifixes in there. We'll throw a backup smudge in the door too. Could be worth. Because right now we have no idea what this ghost is. The only thing that we know for sure, ads are done in like 40 seconds, by the way. The only thing we know for sure is that it's not a Galu and it's not a Wraith. Some of the patch notes have not been as complete as they used to be, or at least seem that way. Yeah, they do seem, at least some of them seem very open-ended. Very, like, discreet. We've changed this and other things. It's like, well, wait, we changed what? Some stuff I don't want to know about. Some stuff I want to be a surprise if they add something new. But if they, like, fix something, I want to know about it. All right, ads are finching. There we go. All right, let's go back inside. All right, I can get music, bone, translucent. So what I could do is I could get you. Put that over there, get this, turn this off so it does stuff so we can take a photo of the EMF. When I do public lobbies, how do you join the queue? It's on the Twitch side that you're able to join the queue whenever I do have them, and it's a channel point redeem. I hear Josie barking. Oh, it's because there's people alive outside. Are you kidding me, Broski? Oh, okay. The EMF just said F you. That's fine. Josie? I swear to God. It's literally because there was kids crossing the street. Now the person across the street's opening their garage. I swear to God. There we go. There we go. All right. I'll take the photo. That just means I'm done with photos. Amen. I've already got fire extinguish. And no, she's not very chill. She perches her little butt up on the... She puts her paws up on the windowsill and she just yaps. Hey, Kafritz. I don't know why. All right, so we've got firelight. We've got that. I just needed to do another sound of any kind. Saw someone the other day complaining about the flavor text still being in the journal and it being vague and not directly explaining each ghost's mechanics. I was like, so you want to take the research and puzzle aspect out of the game, right? Yeah, I don't need every last detail about every single ghost. Mario, I've been good. How have you been? Not a phantom? No, not a phantom. For sure. Phantom. Mine barks at things like leaves blowing down the road. Oh, no. Josie's just people. It's if there's somebody that she doesn't hang out with a lot, she will yap at them. Or if it's like us and we have not come into the house yet and we're just getting home, then she'll yap. Best map to me, Willow. Ghosty. Another sound, please. Can't trust anybody. No orbs? I don't know if I didn't see any orbs before and I don't see any now. So we'll say probably not. Sounds. We have talking and extinguish. So anything other than talking, I'll take. Ghost fart, whatever it wants to do, you know? Come on. Do the ting. I'll take it. That's a ting to me. You're about to do another sound. Shut your lips. All right. Ghost event, please. Ghost event. See, guys, you just gotta ask. I don't know why everyone bitches all the time about getting stuff. All right, now go ahead and eat this crucifix. Let's go. Oh, you want to go eat that one? Okay, we can go eat this one. That's fine. Do the orbs appear without any evidence? Yes, if it's a mimic, because the orbs for the mimic are not actual evidence. All right. So that is all the photos, all the videos, all the sounds. I've got the bone. Really, all we need to do, we'll cleanse in the middle of the hunt, but now we need to figure out what it is. Now we got to figure out what it is. So I think what we'll do is we'll go park our tush over here to the left. Give me this. That's a fresh crucifix. Yeah, right there. Put it right here. Forgot you existed. Go park your tush. I'm gonna park my tush. I mean, we're already within hunting range, so I don't even have to do that really. My favorite curse? That one right there. Which I could have used, but the ghost has been active and doing things now. So there was really even no need. Next time somebody asks me for advice, I'm going to go to the GHD investigation tips. Hey, check the board for available contracts. I hope that helped you get better at the game. And I'll just go down the line. Ghosty. Oh, ghosty. It's making me want to use this now. Oh, we don't have another Dio. What? Are you did I hear it getting faster when I was underneath of it moving? How far away am I? Hold on. Can I guess this? Yeah, okay. No, I think it's a dying. I think what happened was it was normal outside of that 10-meter range, and the second it got closer to us is when it got slow. So I can make it faster if I go over here and I go like this. Listen. Normal. Not normal. Faster. Neon called it? I think so. That's for sure a die-in. Oh, I need to cleanse you. Oh, come here. Yeah. There you go. Did it go back upstairs? Hey, come back. I'm sorry. I cleansed it and it went back upstairs. I said, I'm not dealing with that shit. You see that guy down there? He lit something on fire. I'm not about to go down there. Are you crazy? All right. That's another perfect. Yes, sir. There we go. Stinky little bastard. We just had to cleanse it. It did not like the smell of the incense. No, not very much. No. Wasp, thank you for the follow.
Welcome back.
And Bree, thank you for the gifted, by the way. Thank you so much. To be fair, you assaulted them with herbs. This is true. I did. I'm not upset that I did it. I think we needed to. Videos helped me so much. Play Phasmo helped me so much and made the game way more fun. Let's go. Hey, Dark, what's up? Welcome in. How does the die-in work? So the way that one works is when it's outside of 10 meters, it's normal speed. but then when it's within 10 meters, it's slower, and then it will stay slow if you don't move. But if you are moving, if a player is moving within range, it'll get faster. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait. Well, if I do this, I can't get it perfect. Yippee. Do I do no evidence Camp Woodwind? We can do that. Nothing I can do about that. Is what it is, I guess. Silly. Absolutely silly. All right, let's do no evidence at Camp Woodwind, and then after that maybe I'll get some food and we'll keep going, but yeah. A little mini break in between. Love Camp Woodwind. I like it. It's just the boundaries still kind of suck. What's wrong with Fridge View? Whenever it's not an event map, you can't get a perfect game because the bone is stuck under the map. They're going to fix it on Monday, but yeah, that's not today. So let's go. You do not like it. No, you're not a very big fan of the camps. I know. Or at least this one. All right. No evidence should be fun. Kate Dixon, we need motion sensor, escape the ghost during a hunt, and witness a ghost event. What do you mean with boundaries? Well, it's a little easier whenever you're playing like Tanglewood or Ridgeview or whatever it may be, because you can separate where the boundary is with a line in between the rooms, right? Well, here it's not that easy because the line is not a very visible thing. So the separation between this area and that area, here to there, you know what I mean? They're not easily identifiable. And if the ghost is around the campfire, you're screwed. It sucks. Let's get the power on. Thoughts on the abandoned graveyard? Sure. I'm down for any map. I thought I heard something, but I'm not 100% about that. Oh, it's Pam Jam. Looks like that scene from Naked Gun. Are you in this hallway? Oh, gross. Eh, it's definitely colder here. That sucks. Boo. Boo. She lost her phone. Damn, contact lenses fell out again. All right, do this for a little extra light. That over there. We'll put that in there while we're at it. A scrapyard could be cool. I mean, I guess it could be. What if I go here and I see orbs? Haunted supermarket running up and down aisles. Oh, that'd be awful. Bring you, bring you, bring you. Bring you, bring you, bring you. NLG, what streamers do you normally watch? This is a custom no evidence. Yeah. It's pro settings, but there's no evidence. Give me this, give me this, give me this. Good night, Zen. Have a good one. Ghost, I swear to God. All right. Ghost is not doing anything. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Graveyard with a little church. I think if like having a little church on the grounds of a graveyard would be pretty sick. I think that'd be a pretty cool map. Give me those. Give. Oh. We've got Ghosty. Let's light the fire. Maybe not. Abandoned gas station have a crew area in the back like Nell's. There's enough room. I am really interested to hear what they have to say when it comes to what kind of custom map they're going to do. I am really curious. All right, where are you walking, homie? Nobody called a ghost yet? No. Ghosty. Oh, there you are. Gotten the Pulte special event on Maple with the TV and a phone. What the hell is a Pulte special event on Maple with the TV and a phone? If you're talking about turning on the TV and the phone ringing, that's not restricted to a Pulte. I don't think NLG hear me. Hey, NLG, what streamers do you normally watch? Here, we'll try this again. I'm curious for a reason. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, is that Slendy? Oh, he's here. See you saved. Have a good one. Is this a Gallo? Oh, no, never mind. Am I marinating the floor? Just a little bit. Just a smidge. Quietest event I've ever heard. Found a lore newspaper of a circus. We don't know if that's true or not. It's just speculation at this point. We don't know. I don't see. This is what I mean by boundaries. I have no idea where the ghost is walking around. Oh, I would love a circus or just an abandoned carnival. It's been like my hopes and dreams. I only hope. Yeah, it's walking around, but I don't understand. Give me this. Get. A forest? You really want them to make a forest? Hey, what up, Kim? Give me this. This, give me this, give me this. Museum or a theater? Yeah, I guess the theater could be kind of cool. I don't know where this ghost is walking around. I have no idea. We would all get lost in a forest, to be fair. Insane, welcome in. Okay. So, how is it dodging every salt that's over here? You watch streams that are on Twitch. I assume that much. Well, I had asked what streamers you watch, not what platforms you watch. Every time I use the tier 1 sound recorder, it never counts as a sound. Oh, weird. Streams. Really? Oh, shit. Get out of here. I have a feeling I know who you watch. If they do a theater, they have to get the acoustics right. I want air balls that deafen. That'd be pretty sick. All right, Ghosty. I don't watch streams that are on Twitch. What even is Twitch? Oh, an opera theater? That'd be kind of sick. I don't know what this is. I have shit that's all over the place, and it's just not doing stuff and things. Yeah, you ever like, can you ever just tell who somebody watches by the way they talk? You ever feel that way? I feel that way sometimes. Not just here, really anywhere. Why the hell is this like green? Oh, it's probably from the event. names are a giveaway. Oh yeah, that's usually a good giveaway. But yeah, just yeah, it's interesting. All right, well I guess we'll just go stay warm over here while the ghost is being an absolute a-hole. I don't think I'm worried about a perfect game for this one. Jesus Christ. Phantom of the Opera. What was our curse? Did we even see it? You watch Kick. Is he a good streamer? No mirror. No Frank. Oh, maybe it's a music box. I don't think I actually even looked. I think I opened this and didn't even look over here. It is. What the hell is going on? Got you into watching Doc? Hell yeah. I kind of want to move this and just make it hunt because, man, this ghost sucks. Cozy Nightmare? No, apparently Cozy Zero Evidence. Apparently. Holy shit. Oh my god. Holy fuck. No way, there's another one? It's a freaking die-in. Listen. The model scares you? The ghost spawning directly on top of the music box when it just blew out a firelight over here. Oh, that startles me a little bit. Holy hell, brother. You know, listen, I'm all down for going for perfect games and stuff, but when Ghosty's being an a-hole, we just take our pins and we leave. You know what I mean? Double giant. Open up the door. Oh my god. I was not expecting her to show up like that in any way, shape, or form. Holy hell. We take that and leave. You still haven't had one? How many games have you played, though? The ghost doesn't deserve the effort of a perfect game. It could technically have been a mimic, yes. But I didn't see any orbs anywhere, so... we just go for it. It's fine. Jesus Christ. How's the old heart doing? You saw me. Like, I wasn't ready for her to be right there. And I tried to, like, panic and get back to my smudge because she was about to kill me. Because when the ghost gets to the music box, it starts hunting, and because she started right there, she started where the music box was, she immediately started hunting. What's for dinner? Food. I've had Gallo and Obambo, but the Diane hates me. Bastards. Would you do one at the bigger camp for funsies? Yeah, but it's the event map right now. I mean, I could do the event map, but I don't know. I love food too. Samesies. Keeping your secrets? No. I was just being as vague as they were. Yeah. Die to a demon quickly. Good luck. That is a 100% RNG, friend. 100%. Brought up some cheeseburgers. Oh, hell yeah. You know, I thought about at some point getting one of those like flat top grill sort of thingies. I thought about getting one of those. One of these days, Alice, maybe. I should do food time. I could do foods, and then we could like either watch a I think it's against the rules for me to watch a stream. I've never gotten a Thay before, and it saddens me a bit. Oh, how's the dinner? I haven't had it yet. What do you mean, how is it? I don't know. I had a bite, and it was good. Of banana bread? Ooh, nice. Chair stream? No, I can still be here. What am I having? Some homemade cheeseburger mac. Yeah, we had the recipe, or we had the ingredients here for what I needed because I was in the mood for it. I was like, well, shit, we got ground beef the other day. Yeah, why not? Why not? Label it as a react stream. Hey Chase, welcome in. Love cheeseburger mac. I haven't had it in ages. It's been a long time. Add some garlic butter? No, no garlic butter. No, I did add some garlic powder though. I had all the stuff. I had the tomato paste. I had the garlic butter. I had the yellow. I had literally everything. Having waffles? Hell yeah. I don't know. What do we want to watch for Din Din? Because then while I go get it, I can go check on Joe and make sure everything's good upstairs. She's good. I already fed her dinner. She's good to go. Someone who watches the guy who eats MREs from around the world while he's eating on stream. Oh, really? That's kind of cool. We cheated and got pizza tonight after a long day with the tiny humans. Ah, gotcha. It's making the mouth water. Yeah, I don't know. Could do marbles? Oh, you're right. You know we could. That's not a bad idea, Break. We haven't done marbles in ages. Let's watch FlashForce 247. Heard he's a cool guy. You guys want to do marbles while we're eating? We haven't done that in forever. Your stream earlier was interesting. Some of the comments you had, that tickled me. Listen, man, we run into some interesting peeps. Let's do that. It's like interactive, kind of. We'll switch off of, I'll switch off of the Phas category. The marble race, yeah. We do it occasionally. It's been a long time since I've done it. What is marbles? I'll show you. Marbles on stream. Oh, I don't even have it installed on this computer. Oh, I forgot. All right, I'll install real quick. There's no way it's that large. Watching the video on the tube, saw you were live, so jumped over. I appreciate you, Donkey. Thank you. I've totally forgot, but it's not going to take very long. Yeah, it's already at 20%. So we're doing okay. Marble Fest 2026. I don't know if there's is there a way to do marbles where there's one cinematic cam that will automatically switch between? Do we know if that's possible? Is that a thing? And then after we're done that, I'll decide if I'm going to go back to Phas or if we're going to switch it up. Not sure. How large is it? That's none of your damn business. No, I didn't even read how many gigs it was. I didn't even look. Let's see. 1 point. Wait, no, that's a lie. Oh, not 1. Sorry, 6.9. Oh shit, I was looking at the wrong thing. Oh my God. Yeah, 6.9. Mav, thank you for the gifted. All right, it's done. All right, cool. Let me open it up. One's respectable. Hey, you shut your lips. Was there always menu music? Oh wait, I gotta sign in first. God damn it. We'll turn this back on. No. I'm logged into the wrong thing. Shit. We're respectable. We try to be. Hello, sweetie. How are you, friend? You may close this tab. No. How do I log? I'm in a forever loop now. It's broke. I swear to God, it's broke. I don't even know what to do about it. I did done goofed because it logged me into the wrong account. And now it's you're logged in. No, I'm not. Don't make me uninstall this game and then reinstall it. How do I shit. There's nothing I can do. I'm literally locked in. About to move next Monday. Oh my word. Totally not stressed. No. Never stress. Never stress. Well, good luck on the move. Off and back on. Well, listen, you know what? I'll try. I will stop. Please leave me alone, you bully. We'll try this one more time. I just joined. What happened? We're trying to switch over to marbles because I'm going to eat while we do marbles on stream, and then we'll get back to games. But I went to log in, and it tried to log me in to my 24/7 channel. Oh my God. It's like forever locked. I swear to God. No, we're not playing with viewers. No. If I ever am, it's usually in the title. Let's come back over here real fast. You got this? I don't know that I do. Stop, please. Leave me alone. All right, I'm going to open up the Discord or not. That's fine. That's not going to take me there. Why would I want to go there? We believe in you. All right. I know that they have a Discord. Like, what do you do when that happens? What if I do logged in, wrong account? Logged in with the wrong account and not see anywhere where I can, not see anywhere where I can sign out. Create a ticket and let us know your username it's asking for and we can investigate. Fuck that. No. I have a better idea. You know what? Know my better idea is? I'm uninstalling this shit and reinstalling it again. That's my idea. Or is there a way to just like erase the data? Burn it down? Hold on. I was going to ask if that would work. I don't know. Delete, reinstall? That's what I'm thinking. The rise you disrupted my PC? Because there's verifying the files. Create a backup? Absolutely not. Verify the files? No, I want to just restart it. I basically just want to reset it back to square one. It's a waste of time for that ticket. Yeah, for sure. Did you sort out what happened? I have no idea what happened earlier. No, I have no clue. Go to app data. You think that's the way? I will show you the way. Oh, shit. Dee-doo-doo-dee. Look there. Yeah, I could do that. All right. Oh, let's see. What are we doing now? We were going to switch over to marbles while I was eating, and I logged into the incorrect account. And now that I did that, it's not, there's nowhere on their thing to let you log out. Yeah. Unfortunato. So much for that. Yeah. No. It logged into the wrong Twitch account. It logged into the wrong Twitch account. Takes me back to when I install maps and resource packs from Minecraft. Oh my word. All right, let's do it like this. We'll do it like this. So the game is driving you marbles. I swear to God, I'm going to go to log in, or I'm going to go to do this, and it's going to say, oh, you're already logged in. No, I'm not getting off. No. We were just trying to switch it up. And the pickle I'm in is that I had not downloaded marbles onto this PC yet. That's the pickle we're in. Clearly lost them all at this point. Not entirely. There's a few couple left. I assume it cached your login. There's a way to clear it. Yeah, that's what they were saying. Maybe go to like app data and maybe like remove it there. So you're going to be changing the other channel to Marble Force? You shut your butt. You shut your butt. Hey, what's up, Kate? You should be able to log off. No, you can't. Nope. Because it gets you to the screen. The issue that happens is it's looking for my Flash account. That's the issue. Yeah. Only Twitch viewers can compete in the marble races. That's correct. Yeah, it's not. I don't think you can incorporate other platforms. Not that I'm aware of. Not that I know of. We'll try this again. We're troubleshooting. Okay, let's try this way. All right, we need to find the app data. We're working on it. We're trying. Boop, 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 boop. All right, go to the files, go over here, go there. You got this, boo? Yeah, it'll be fine. All right, we go to users, go to mine, we go to app data, and boo, 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 boo. All right, let's see. Doing great, princess. Thanks. Shanks. Someone seems to be on thin ice. Oh, who could that be? All right, let me close this down just to make sure I'm not screwing stuff up. Close that down. So inside of the app data where you have the saved, can I just delete, like, you think oh, there's a Twitch save there. Ooh, let's delete that. I'm removing it entirely. Let's try that. I'm going to lose it. That's it. It is. But for some reason, when it pulls up this, also, I don't know why it's pulling up that browser. It still is logging me in. You know what? I have an idea. Oh my God, Captain Thunder. Thank you for gifting to the community pool, friend. Oh shit. I have an idea. I think I know what was wrong or what to do to fix it. See, it's good. It's troubleshooting. This is good. I think because that web browser was still logged into the other Twitch. I think that's the problem. And it was still trying to pull that information. Coding? No, not coding, just troubleshooting. All right. Mrs. said that they're on their way home and that she's going to call me whenever they're out of the craziness. See, you're about to lose your marbles. No, I'm not. We've dealt with less. I mean, with more. You know what I mean. Human Raptor, thank you for the year. You sons of bitches. All right. I figured it out. Pretty damn proud of myself. Blackbeak, thank you for the 4 months. All right, so the question is, Sentinel, I swear to God. The question is, okay, I'm probably going to turn off this music and play our own. Yeah, we'll just play our music. That's fine. Return the slab. I guess, do you guys just want to do, we have normal race. We don't want a Grand Prix. We have the Royale mode, which is like the battle one. Tilted, dust. I don't know what the hell that is. Bloop. Which one do you guys want? Listen, I haven't played marbles in ages. So there are marbles over here for subscriber slots so that you guys can see them all. So whenever it does happen, if you're a sub, you can have your own custom one. Race sounds good. Okay. And if we're going to do race, community or standard? Here, I'll even change the title. Lost my marbles. Are there drops for marbles, by the way? You thought you heard Marvel. No, marbles. No, marbles. Hey, what's up, Sally? Welcome in. We want one to be at least probably a couple minutes because it buys me time to go upstairs, heat food, and bring it back downstairs. Sally, thank you for the follow. There have been drops for marbles recently. Nice. Okay. Yeah, lost the marbles. Lost them all. You did not used to be able to do this. You did not used to be able to organize them like this. Hey, Pickles, I'm good. How are you? And you can organize it by plays. So you can see what the most played maps are. What about this one? This is like the most played one. Colorful turning adventure. All right, let's go for it. Not the furry. Can we find out what dust is later? We could look into that because I have no idea what it is. All right. We'll give you guys a countdown. How about 120 seconds? So if you guys do exclamation point play, that is going to put you here. Does anybody know if there's a way for me to have an automatic camera? Oh my God. Like an automatic cinematic cam that would switch between marbles. There should be one. I don't know what it is. So if you guys are trying to get one of the special marbles, by the way, if you're subbed, if you do exclamation point play with the number of the marble that you want. Like 3 is corgi butt. 5 is 90s. You can do the skull for number 6. Not sure where though. Yeah, I know you can follow a specific marble by grabbing onto it. I know that you can hit the number to go to like who's in first, blah, blah, blah. There's also a way to, yep, there we go. We can remove all the color. They're all dark. Some of these are going to be special marbles. Can't see past your cam. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know I guess the best spot for this would probably be here, right? This marble literally fits perfectly in between the sub goal. Google says no. Oh, Sag. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. Okay. You know what? No, we'll do 60 seconds. Does that start the countdown? Yeah, there we go. Down there is where the dead players show up, though. Might be better on the top left. Okay, I'm not about to go hard on trying to move my camera on the screen for marbles. It's either going to be top, middle, or bottom. So if we would rather me be up here, then I'll go up there. Which is totally fine by me, because the only thing you're missing is the type exclamation point to play and then like a couple of the marbles that are there. Oh, Pickles, I haven't had a chance to, friend, but I will. Bottom left. That left side is out of the question. It does fit perfectly. Yeah, down here. But that upsets Song because then the people that get yeeted apparently go down there. And that makes him very unhappy. We don't want an unhappy Song. Stuck. Who cares? That's my mentality right now. All right. We'll watch this one and then I'll go get my food after this one. There you all go. There's 134 of you, by the way. Go, my marble, go. Look at Siren go. Tease the slowdown. I do remember that. You can do it. Down the colorful butthole. There's Ashen probably in the lead. Here, we'll follow you down. Well, now I don't want to go. Too bad. Too bad. So sad. You have no choice. Oh, there goes Ashen. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Why does it say you're in first? There we go. That's better. Yeah, I'm shocked they don't have like a cinematic cam that just follows and will randomly switch. Go, Shanna, go. Yeah, you heard me. I'll say it twice if I have to. How's everyone else doing? Let's look back here. Yes. Oh, straight through. Oh, shit. Oh, someone just got yeeted. Oh. Wait, did you land that? Oh, but you're going the wrong way. What the hell is this? Is that a loaf of bread? Oh, Shayna's back out in front again. Who's in second? All right. Sufferin's in second. Tracy Lynn. Mare. She's paying to win. She's paying to win. Let's go. Oh, that's trippy. I'm going to make somebody sick doing that. Go, Shayna, go. You're kicking ass, Seabass. Oh, didn't mean to do that. First for a second. You know, it happens fast. Oh, Cosmic. Oh. So wait, hold on. What happens in here? What is this? Why? Oh, it's like spinning and people are getting stuck. Oh, that's what that is. How do I stream snipe this? Mild Spork, thank you for the 8 months. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, see, someone just died. Yeah, the deaths are above me, by the way. For the dub. Hey, Cosmic with the win. Let's go. There's our top 10 already. Cosmic, Zelda, Zappini, Blue Splash, Donosaurus, Kev, Missy, Jumpy, Withering Witch, and Mare. GG's, friends. GG's. On the next one, when I go to start the next one, I'll do a 120-second timer to start it, and then I'll go reheat my food and get it. And first and then died. Well, that's not very first of you now, is it? It is great. We would used to do this randomly all the time, and I just haven't played this in forever. True, my bad. That's okay. There's always next time. Vulcan, thank you for the 3 months. Would you two hurry up? GG's, Cosmic. GG's. So the world record for this one was 1:57. 1:57. All right. No, let's go to the race menu. Let's pick another one. Maybe I'll just pick the next one that's like the highest on the list of plays. Oh, there we go. Elimination rate, 99%. Marbles. You think any of y'all can do it? Like those odds? Let's go for it. Easy. $100? How do you get monies? It looks pretty damn cool. I'll give it that. All right. For now, what I'll do, I'm going to back myself up. I don't even know, because like, if it starts before I get back, I'll just have to be fast. Okay. So I'm going to set a 120-second timer for you guys to join. You know what? I'm going to join myself. All right. You guys have 100. You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm going to go grab my food real fast and then I'll BRB. But you guys do exclamation point play and then you can do exclamation point play with a number if you're a subscriber to get a special marble. Okay. BRB. Trying to hurry back. Oh, Britt's gone. Wait. Oh, everybody's dying. Oh, shit. Hold on. Hold on. I can't wait. Hold on. Pause. Oh, my God. Where's the map? Hold on. Where? Where is everybody? Oh, okay. 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 Is that... Am I watching me die? All right. Oh, there's some people getting through, though. Look. Never mind. You don't make that. No shot. Oh, that's rude as shit. You made it through so much crap. Oh, that was rude. That was messed up. After all that, Batman's raw bun. Why just one bun? And Jokester, thank you so much for the prime, dude. I appreciate you. I'm a potato. Okay. Oh, look, it's musical. There are 6 people alive right now. This is true. Boink. Wait, who's in front of you? Oh, oh, no, you're still alive. Okay, still going. Oh, Simp Sausage is right. Oh, potato. Tough. It's a 99% elim rate. And there they go. Oh! I don't know what's going on. Oh my God. So many potatoes. There's 3 people alive right now. Potato and Vaughn are literally the only ones alive. You're about to get yeeted if you even get through this. Go on that ball. Oh, they're together. What is going on? Is that the finish? No. 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 There's arrows on it. With the potato. I just want one of them to win. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. They're both going this way. All right. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but it's happening. There's a lot happening right now. Oh, no. Vaughn is the only one alive. Oh, Vaughn. Oh, never mind. Winner. This amoeba thing that's on the screen. All right, so everybody died. Literally everybody died. Good try, friends. Guess what? I don't know. Batman's butt? What are you going to say? Rerun? Ugh, for that one? I don't know about that. We could try a different one, though. Statistics a little whack. Well, listen, I'm sure somebody gets through. Your Batman's raw bun. You can't say chicken butt. That's just weird. All right, what's another high played one? Forever of the Rice. Feel the Fire. What name do you guys see here that you want? These are the most played. Royale? Oh, the different modes. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Wait, where is that? Do they have more than one? Oh, what is all this? There used to be like 2 maps here. There's so many. Oh. Autumn Zombies, Grasslands. Like, I'm trying to remember which ones I remember. Zombie City. Oh, that does look cool. Maybe we try that. Ads are playing, friends. Yeah, just a heads up. Zombies. I don't know what this means, what it is, but sure. Who's that guy? All right. You guys have 120 seconds to join. Now, if I recall, it's a pretty sweet car. It's pretty sick. What else do we have? We have a banana. I'm a ghosty, of course. It only makes sense. And then Sim Sausage. Wait, what are you? Oh, is that like a ninja? Got your ghosty too. Let's go. Look at this. Look at these guys. All right. So basically, if I recall the way this one works, what is this mode? This is Royale. So the way it works is it's like a battle. The marbles will battle each other, but you do have the ability to target other marbles as you can choose who to go after. I don't remember exactly what you do. It might literally just be ! target and then the person's name. I don't remember though. But you guys have 50 seconds to join. So we'll see. It's last one standing. Correct. That is correct. Here for everyone targets Flash. What did I do? I'm just a little boy. Is the guy who doesn't watch streams in the game? I'm asking for a friend. Oh, I don't know. I'm asking for a friend. If you don't target someone and say, get wrecked, nerd. But again, I don't remember if that's how that works. Hold on. Oh my God, there's so many of you. Jesus Christ, there's 165 of you. Do you guys want all the names on? It's up to you guys. I'm doing slow for a second. So you guys can see, just as an example, so you guys can see, the marbles have a name. Obviously the player's name, but it also has the name above it, who it's targeting. Okay. Oh, look at him go. You son of a bitch. I see you going after me. You can't hide from me. You bastards. And if I recall, I believe there's power-ups that show up. What was that? Oh, there we go. You listen, my name is highlighted whenever it's typed in chat. You know I can see you. You guys suck. You guys suck. I hope you lose. All of you. Also, 50 bits for extra power-ups. Nice. I think did it used to be 100? The red bar is the health bar. Yes. I don't even know how to, like, I mean, I guess I could, because you can target somebody with F, right? Hold on. Slow down. Slow down. Yeah. It's a pretty cool marble. So many names, I can't see mine. Yeah, best of luck, dude. Until we start dwindling down, it's just pure and utter chaos. This is a mess. Yeah, so what happens is every 50 bits drops another power up. I didn't realize they were holding a tree. So the things that were spawning on the outside edges are those power ups. Like that right there. I don't know what it is, but people are going to start going for it here soon. Oh, people are getting taken out. Oh, it even says your name in the stream. T-God, thank you for the biddies, friend. All right, people are starting to come down. We have 153 left. There's so many. Very confused. That's okay. Gamer fan, thank you for the bid. Oh, that dropped 2 packages. Listen, I don't even know if I'm still alive. Oh, I am still alive. How am I still alive? Can I target me? We are doing marbles. Oh, I snuck through. Run, me, run. There's so, okay, I'm dead. You son of a bitch. I was hanging on by a thread. You bunch of bullies. You bullies. Really, I'm just leaving on whoever killed who. So Vaughn is the one that got me the last XP. How do you enter? You have to wait for the next one. But you can see some of the names. I wish that it like, well, maybe not. I don't know how it would choose what names to pop up. Oh, Break is gone. Gamer Boy. Sunny Moon. Level 1. Did you level up? Wait, you can level up? I don't know what level 1 means. Did you like get stronger? Bro, all of you are like underneath. Oh my God. Might be the boost. Yeah, look. Like Fogel just got level 1. Now people are really starting to go. Now people are starting to go. Vaughn, how the hell are you still alive? The power-ups have different strengths, levels. Ah. So does it show you a symbol of what the power-up is and what level it is? Like it shows Mrs. Hightower just got the level 1 gun. Yeah? Okay. Understood. Is this the same game that has the marble races? Yes, we were just doing a few races, and now we're doing we want to see the different modes. So this is the Battle Royale mode. I mean, this one's like, you're invested. We've been in this has been almost 5 minutes. Vaughn is still trucking. Went to get soap at the store. Oh, I gotcha. Battle Royales can take up to 10 minutes depending on the marble count. I can only imagine if there's like 500, 1,000. Yeah, I can only imagine. Oh, here we go. Making your way into the middle. Ooh. So Vaughn is after Trisha. Now, at the beginning of the round, it picks a random person for you to be targeting. So just because it shows someone targeting somebody doesn't mean they chose that. The names are starting to clear up. Mrs. Hightower just took out Vaughn. Oh boy. Here, I'll slow it down for a second so you guys can see. What the hell? Miss Hightower, do I need to ask what is following you? That's a very questionable thing that's sitting behind you. I'm just saying. Blue Metallic Crow took you out, though. I went on the ride you told me to go on. Wait, what ride? So close. Well, there's 41 of you now. It's gotten a lot lower. The guns are shotguns, pistols, snipers, and a sword. Oh my god. Isn't there a power up to make your marble like either really big or really small? Where are you? Oh, you're against the wall. All the people that are targeting each other. It's a different map. Oh, so different power ups for different maps. That's kind of cool. I like that. Curious if it'll show how many kills. Maybe. Like for the end game stats, it might. There's 22 of you guys left though. Normally working when you're streaming. Glad I was able to catch a stream. Welcome in, Wolf. Yeah, I'm normally not streaming A on Saturdays, B this time. So I think my goal really was kind of go until the fam gets home and then probably call it. There's 18 left. A few are going after Metallic Crow right now. Top 10 will show how many kills, then the leaderboard at the end will show the rest. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, Alstro, what's it going to do? You still got you got a little bit of life left on you. All of you are really close. Oh, Sleepy just got themselves a power up.
Top 10 situation.
Top 10 situation. Well, at least there's no questions about whether you're in the top 10 or not. Oh, man. Target. Mike CWP. Oh, boy. Hi, Logan. How's it going? Oh, coming in hot. They're going after each other. Look. Oh, my God. Mike is on a sliver of health. Look. Oh, it does say how Ashen has 8 kills, by the way. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. Oh, no. What kind of hackery shit did I just see? You were going off of this map and you came back. What in the hell did I just see you do? Ashen, do you know the developer? It's Ashen and Sleepy.
We have a winner.
Sleepy, GG's. After all those kills that Ashen got. Oh my God. Sleepy, GG's. Holy shit. Hacking. I thought you were gone. I'm surprised you made it back in. Holy hell. That's a cool one, though. I do like these ones. I do like those. So what were the other ones? So Race, Grand Prix, Royale, Tilted, Marble Up, which I think is like the take on the whatever up thing. Bloop, Build, I imagine that, and Dust. I don't know what Bloop and Dust are. Grand Prix? Yeah, almost 10 minutes. I mean, it was like 160 of you. So that makes sense. Want to play Bloop. But what is Bloop? It's like Plinko. Play cost. Play cost. The cost to play. Is it, wait. Does this not involve you guys or no? If this doesn't involve you guys, I don't want to do it. Is this literally me just playing Plinko with myself? I thought it was like you guys were falling down into the things. It's kind of an AFK thing. It does say players at the top right. Hold on. Ah, that might be a pain in the ass. It's like giving me a thing to copy. But it's not copying anything. So you as a streamer have a certain amount of XP amount per day. Okay. Joining disabled. Oh, maybe if I have joining enabled, then it allows it to happen. Go back. Okay. Bob Barker would be ashamed. Yeah, some of the stuff is new to me, man. Oh. Well, Grand Prix, the only problem with Grand Prix is it's like an investment. Like you're doing like however many races, like 10 races or something back to back to back to back to back. You can't really just like abandon ship when you want to. Check the green eye. Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. Yeah. Tilted? Max players 50. Oh, will it not let me do more than... Oh, no, 50 is the max. Dust isn't a game mode. It's if you collect skins, have extra, you get in the game currency for different skins. Ah. See you, Mike. Have a good one. We don't have to do Tilted. We could do... Do you guys do this? Or is this me? I know I could have checked the eye. I'm just clicking on it just to see. No, it's just me. Yeah, it's literally just me. Rage quit. Rage quit. The battle one was good to watch. Didn't need to chase with the cam. That is true. That is true. We could do one more Royale before we switch things up. I'm cool either way. Which one do you guys want? So we did Zombie City. Bumper Balls looks like it's literally just a circle and you just attack. The Spectre? What? Ooh, would that be too dark? No, maybe not. The balls probably wouldn't be too dark. I think we just do this one. Pick that one? This one? Do you guys want the Scarlet Spectre Forest? Battle Stadium? That might be like kind of like one of the classic ones, or it feels like it. Make a poll? Might have to. Or just hit random and just let it decide for us. If we just do random, then we don't have to worry about it, and it'll just pick one. Because it seems like everybody has a mixed bag of what they want to do. Yeah, I think random. We'll just do random. Coliseum, sure. Yeah, we'll keep it nice and fair. All right. Exclamation point play. I'm not going to do 120 this time. We'll just do 60 seconds. We'll just do 60. Exclamation point play. If you want a special subscriber marble, it is on the right. You just have to pick your number between 2 and 8. You can see them up there. I'll keep eating this. I don't think there's a way to do automatic cams in this one. Not that I'm aware of. All right, there's 152 of you. I joined. Yeah. I'm here. I'm over here. Yep. Yep, there's the playing field. Attack! Oh my God, Lady P, why is your name so vibrant? Look at your cool marble. We're following you. Get back here. Hey, get your ass back here. I'm not done with you. Why won't it let me? Oh, there we go. All right, we'll speed it up. Time for the chaos. Look at everybody go. Ranked play, yeah. Here, we'll switch it off. We'll go over here.
Tornado.
Okay. Oh, who's the tornado? Holy shit. Oh my God. Look at that. Annie Ham. 5-bit rate. No, it's okay. You know what? 2 can play this game. 2 can play this game. After I'm done targeting you, Mayor's next. Wait, where'd everybody's names go? Oh, there you go.
Healing ring.
I don't know what you just said, but you just yeeted 3 people off the map. Ooh. Oh, I didn't spell it right. What did I put? Ah, shit. I typed it fast. There, fixed it. I fixed it. All right, we're back. Bear's going after Ember. Am I dead? Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm gone. Oh my God, dude. Like ants. Yeah, I died. It did. I died. It did. Now I can put targets on people's backs. Is that a freaking meteor? All right, let's see. Oh my God, I can't. I'm trying to focus. You know, there used to be this really cool thing. I don't remember what it was even called.
You're it.
Y'all playing tag? What the hell? There was this really cool thing where like it turned all of your subscribers into like a village. I don't remember what it was called, but I don't think anyone's ever made anything like it. Like another one like it. Fucking banana. All right, there's 85 still left. 85. Hey, Crucial, thank you for the 6 months. There's so many more. Is that a power-up? Ooh. Go, coffee, go.
Size ring. Size up. Size up.
I've seen that, but I also don't remember what it's called. I don't remember.
Size up. Size up. Size up. Size up. Size up. Size up.
I think many people are larger.
Size up.
We get
Size
it. Man.
up.
Oh my God.
Size up.
Another meteor. Took me a bit to find myself, and I have a pink name tag. I think it's because you're VIP. I think the VIPs have the pink one.
Tornado.
Subs have blue. I think that's what the colors are. Oh, and the mods have teal. Oh, yeah. All right, what do we have? Oh, it might have expired, Night Raptor. And then I'm red. Right, yeah, the streamer is red. Just a big old target. Just a big old, holy hell. I have no idea if I'm even in the match, but hold on. Is that a meteor about to come in? No? Oh, I was going to watch it come in. What's going on over here?
You're it.
Oh my God. Imagine targeting the streamer. Yeah, what kind of nerd would do such a thing? That poor innocent soul. What did he ever do to you? Which was a command to check if you were eliminated. That'd be nice. I guess they just rely on us using our eye holes. Looking at there. But if there's so many marbles, you can't see it, right? All right, there's 18. We're almost in top 10. Almost. Hey, what's up, Secret? How are you? Highland Walrus, look how much health you have. That needs to change. Get back here. Get your... Oh, I'm going in hot. Oh. We were one. Okay. I died very, very early. This is true. My brain just screenshotted. You're very welcome. Splat, Sentinel. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Slow this down. Get that. There we go. My eyes.
Black hole.
What the hell did you just call me? Is someone stuck in a black hole right now? Well, once it gets to top 10, you'll see the names. All the names will pop up of all the players that are top 10. Have you checked your black hole? Oh, there's another one. 12.
Black hole.
Don't even know what boost does. Nothing in this game mode. It doesn't do anything in this game mode. That's kind of cool. Almost. I just be typing things. Well,
Top 10
It's
situation.
okay, we get it. It's always kind of been a thing. People type boost for everything. So there's your top 10. Splat has 6 kills. Well, 7 left. All right. Let's see how this goes. I feel stupid. No, that's okay. I like your profile picture, Highland. Yeah, Batman's Raw Buns has 0 kills, but they have snuck their way around the map. Well, they did. Oh, top 3. It's a top 3. Highland Walrus has a lot of health. They have a lot of health left. Unlike us, fair. What the hell? Are one of y'all about to get your buttholes probed? Why is it firing scraps at you? Look in the eye of it. Can I target you? No, I can't. Oh, if it would have nailed the alien, that would have been pretty funny. They're just running around the map. Try, get him. Go, get him. Attack.
Laser.
Yeah, laser beams. Oh my God, is it? Look at their health. Their health is like the same. I have it in slow-mo right now. What the shit? Your laser curves? Oh my, it's right here to the, oh! Oh, it's down to the wire. Oh, if Highland gets a laser off, it's going to be game. Oh, just missed. Keeping this one slow so we can follow it. Yeet. Like a heat-seeking missile. That stupid alien's still coming after them, though. Oh, saved scamp. Think of the 27 months. What up, dude? Oh, the target. Oh my God, you just sidestepped it. How? It's going to hit this dirt mound. It's going to hit this dirt mound. Unless you go right past it. Oh my God. They both have like a fart of health left. Oh my God. It's so close. Oh, that's going to dodge. You're not going to get that. This stupid alien. The alien's coming out for you guys. Y'all better hurry up. Is that an official measurement term? Yeah, it's an overseas thing. Oh, dodged again. Oh my God. They're hopping each other like every time. The amount of health that they both have is so small. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. Oh, it's another crater. Oh, if one of those objects comes out of that spaceship. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh! This might take a while. I don't know how the hell y'all are dodging each other. Here, speed up this a little bit. Speed up this a little bit. Get to the... Oh, boy. What if you guys kill each other at the same time? Never mind. Oh, God. Boom, boom, boom. All right, you guys are getting closer again. We'll speed it up to get to where you guys are close to each other. Where the hell did you go? Oh, you're over there. Oh, my God. It's a very... I didn't mean to... Oh, no, I sped it up. Okay, you're over here. Where'd the other one go? Oh, dude, if that would have hit. Holy shit. Waiting for the DVD logo to hit. It's basically the same. Aim your damn laser. All right, they're getting closer. Oh, they both dodged in the air. Oh my God, it's 11 minutes. Good Lord. Really, guys? Somehow I keep dodging. You both, I know, you're dodging every laser. The fact that they still have lasers is kind of crazy. Throwing some bets down. We might at this point. Holy shit. The alien will not go away. The alien's like, I'm here to help you guys end this shit. Stop. No. It keeps speeding up and I want to slow it down. Slow. Oh my God. Did you just take a laser hit with your fart of health? Look at you two. My God. The stormtroopers of marbles. Now's your chance. Oh. Okay, so your marble is like running away. Oh, here comes Scraps. Nope, maybe not. Holy shit. I keep trying to slow it down and it keeps speeding it up.
We have a winner.
After all of that. Holy shit. Just the fight between you two was like 5 minutes long. Good God. GG's. Challenge complete. Hey, completed a challenge. Nice. I don't know what that does. Oh my God. I think I needed a nap. Jesus. Good games. GG's. It was something. It was a thing and a half. Event maps rotate in 8 minutes if you're going back to Phas. I'm not sure what the plan is right now. Oh, my arm hurts. Because let me see how far away they are. Because that's going to dictate what I do. Because we might return to Phas because I wanted to go back and do the floor above, but it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. How about this? While I'm checking on that, why don't we not just sit here when we have a thing at our disposal that allows us to not just sit here? Ooh, toilet 8's another possibility. Oh yeah, that's right. Ascending of Marbles, Delightful Burning Tree, Garden of Doom, Big Blast Theory. Do a race again? Yeah, we'll do a race right now. Bubbles? This one? Sure. Oh, it's a 0. Oh, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. Ooh. There you go. This is a short one. All right. Exclamation point play, friends. Exclamation point play. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer and give you guys 60 seconds to join. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to check on their location and see how far away they are. They are like... Oh my word. It says it's like 40 minutes away from me. Is that true? Is it really that far away? That doesn't feel right. They're like 30 minutes away. Yeah, they'll be home in like 30 minutes. Saw yourself at the far right? Nice. Here, we'll watch you guys fall here. Down you go. Ooh, Tara and Sim Sausage with the lead. Breaking out front. Knight, Purple. Coming in right behind them. All right, so you guys are going to wrap around there. Yeah. And then you guys will converge right here. Right here. All right, Tara's in the lead. Oh, God, it's not going to show me first until you get past there. There we go. All right, Necro, Batman, Lunchbox. No, show me first, damn it. Oh, Necro's over there. Oh, it's about to. Oh, this is the end. This is literally it. Right here. Oh, man. Lunchbox, Batman, and Necro all finished within milliseconds of each other. Milliseconds. All right, this one was really fast. Holy shit. GG's. We'll do another one. Community plays. Let's do this one. This one looks fast. It's one of the most top played community maps. Forever of the Rice. Oh, is it just a straight shot? And this is not a boost level. Not that I'm aware of. Oh, let me do the thing. I'm sorry. Join start. There we go. That's pretty cool that it makes this entire map black and white. That's kind of cool. All right, you guys have 40 seconds. We see you. Nut, nut, nut. This is one of the marbles that are mine. There's a corgi butt. All right. First down the black and white butthole, and then we continue forward. The record is 52 seconds. 52,445. So in the top right, it always tells you the world record, the fastest one for that map. To the butthole. Already. Do you guys already make it through there? Shit. Now y'all are just hopping around. Oh, I don't know. Oh, Captain Smartass. He's got the lead. Captain Smartass is flying. Holy shit. Captain Smartass, did you just get the world record? Oh, there's a muskie in their car. Hold on. Oh, no. Let me go over here. Everybody coming in just smacking the wall. I mean, it's been played over like, I don't know how many times. You beat the world record by 3 seconds, almost 4 seconds. Hot damn. How about them odds? Dude, you had a lead on you. This is the 503rd play. Oh, Uni, hurry, Uni, no. This is the new record, 48 seconds. Well, shit. Yeah, do you hear what I hear? All right, hold on. All right, we can't just let that be. We can't just let that be. I'm gonna tell my kids about this. There you go. Enjoy the sub, friend. Yeah, world record, you absolutely deserve. Absolutely. Dude, we might as well just stay on marbles at this point. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, of course. Enjoy, friend. Of course. All right, what other names we got? Secret Man, thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate you. But you can't play yet. We're not actually in a thing yet. Big Blast? Where's Big Blast? Or is it a map? Oh, right here. Big Blast Theory. Super Rainbow Road sounds kind of badass. That's 228 with a 38% a limb. This is a 0% for a minute 44. It seems like a pretty fast one. I concur with Delightful Burning Tree. Let's do Delightful Burning Tree, and then we'll do Big Blast, and we'll maybe do the other one. Let's do that. All right, Delightful Burning Tree. If there's no burning tree, I'm going to be upset. Jesus Christ. All right. 60 seconds to join, friends. Exclamation point play. Oh no, I'm going to go walk around and look for a burning tree. Real? No, never mind. Never mind. I get it. Scratch that. It all comes together. I wasn't thinking looking this way. Then I looked down. Oh. The act of. Got it. Understood. The colors are cool. I like the colors. They're pretty rad. Oh no, but it looks delightful. Did you find it? Yeah. Going down. All little portals down here. All right. All right, you guys have 13 seconds to join. I would have to, at some point, I'm going to create a map. I don't know what it takes, what you have to do, how involved it is, but I'm going to do that at some point. All right, everybody's coming out. Don't forget your lighter. Roger that. All right. Zelda is close to the front, but it looks like, oh, Chronic. Chronically AI. Oh, straight down. Nice. It's a big process, but easy once you know the basics. Okay. Wow. I'd be interested. I would be interested to try. Or if you guys ever make ones, please make sure to tell me what the name is. I'd be more than happy to check it out. Have a marble day. Oh, look at the twisty. Let's go. Chronic on this map seems like a given. If you don't win, Bama, we are back up. Oh, I think Bama's gonna. Oh, Bama's got the lead. I have one actually. Oh, you have two. Oh, are they in the community thing right now? Man, look at all the marbles going up. If Chronic don't win, I'm shoving them off the bed. Oh, why is everybody getting stuck? Oh, because you got to go that way. Okay. Eugenia's. Oh, I don't know. There's going to be a little cross right here. It's going to be whoever. It's going to be whoever just goes straight down. Sug did. Sug and Eugenia did. Oh, Song. Mr. Songifer, look at you go. Go, Mr. Song, go. You didn't go fast enough, Mr. Song. Ooh, what the hell? Like you just went through like a filtration system. What the shit? Your kid keeps screaming in your ear. Did you tell them to stop and leave you alone? Oh, there goes Eugenia. All right, you've got some more twisties down here. If you can keep this lead, though. I can see your last message. Eugene, if you type something right now, does that last message change? Oh, shit. Does typing boost do anything? No, not in this game mode. No. Merp. I guess that's a yes. There we go. Wolf Knight. Wolf Knight, GG's. Everybody's dropping in. Oh my God. Look at these yeets. Hold on. Do people not make this yeet? Had the lead. I know it switched so many times. Who's still back here? Oh. Go, friends, go. The Death Realm is after you. All right. Who do we got stuck back here? We got a few friends trailing. Made top 10. Wolf, Break, Sug. Let's see. Elketh. I don't know how to pronounce that. Song, Justin, Pagan Princess, Carrie, Taku, and Jokesta. Oh no, they're dead. Oh no, they're dead. There we go. GG's. And with the 90s ball. There we go. It just, it fits. It fits, it ships, as they say. All right. The other one, or the next one. Oh, will this automatically scroll? It might. I don't even know if I made it. Well, let's scroll down here. So the deaths for this were there. Hey, Joubert, how are you? For a race, what if we spectated last place? We could do that. Whoever's in the rear. Let's see. Standard, nope. Community, plays. What did we say? We said delightful burning tree, and then we wanted Big Blast Theory followed by Super Rainbow Road, right? Big Blast, yeah. All right, let's do it. 38% elim rate. So you have a 38% chance of not making it. Oh my. Oh, we have to look for Lady P because Lady P made ones too. Oh, that's cool. Bro, some of y'all got some crazy intros. Some of y'all got some bad. I didn't start the. Oh shit! I'm pressing buttons. Here, you have 60 seconds, friends. Murphy's a goddamn hagog. What the hell? Are there any additions to the Super Sus Room in Retro Rewind? You know what? Maybe I'll do. Maybe after this round, I'll switch over so you guys can see it because some of you haven't seen it. Maybe that's what we'll do. That's not a bad idea, Karina. Any other special marbles? You got a special marble. Oh, that's Mayor. Hi, Mayor. AC's looks badass. It's like ice cream. What else do we have? Oh, that's a cool one. It's in a bottle. Skeet up, bot up. The ninja one. Oh, Bear's got a cool one too. Of course, the nut marble. All right, guys, look. There's both of you. Listen here. All right. What the hell is this? Oh, look at this. Bro, you can add a planet in here? What the hell? Are these like assets that are just available or do you like add them yourself? That's pretty freaking cool. They're available in the builder. Oh, really? That's cool. These are so random. 4K Earth if I've ever seen one. It looks awesome. The asset looks great. All right, who's in first? Disciples in the lead. Boost doesn't do anything in this game mode. It doesn't do anything in this game mode. All right, who's... Oh, wait, you want me to spectate whoever's in last? Oh, yeah. Hold on. We got to go backwards. Who's in last? All right, Jokester, sorry, it's you. They want me to spectate whoever's in last place. Everyone else is that way. You're in the worst spin of luck I've seen where it just is not letting you go. Just vibing. Yeah, just enjoying yourself. You're on the move now though, look. See, you're on the move. Oh, never mind. just the worst luck. You're eventually going to move forward and it's going to be a good time when you eventually do. Just happy to be here. Oh, come on. I think you're going to make it. Yeah, there you go. Forward. Although you're going to be in trouble real soon because the person already finished. Which means that the death wall is on the way. You better go fast. I don't think you're going to go fast enough. Oh, there's another marble here. Oh, it's Kev. No, Kev, no. Oh, there's so many of you. Here it comes. Oh, Sag. Oh, no. Go, Dragon, go. Is it literally just like whoever is the next person in last? Jeez. It's like a nightmare. Oh, there's Tara. Tara, you might have a chance. It's coming, Tara. You better hurry. Oh. No, it's too far away. It's way too far. Go, Carrie, go. Carrie, I don't think you're going to make it. I don't think you're going to make it. Sug GG's. You tried real hard, though, and that's what matters. You tried real hard. Yeah, many of us died to did. You want to see how many died to did? Look. There were 100, literally 100 people made it. And everyone else died. Yeah, these were all the people that lived. Hey, 60th place. I'll take it. Sold. And then there's your tops. Sug, Librarian, Fogel, Flat Cap, Drifter, Kitsune, Mike, Lost, Fear, and Katie. There's your top 10s. And the first person that died was Twisted Bagel. Just fun fact. All right. Next was, oh no. Okay. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. I said that we were going to do Super Rainbow Road. Let's do it. It's a fast one. We'll do it. And then we'll go look at the store. Then we'll peek at the store. Super Mario Kart. Oh, look. Oh, shit. I'll tell you what, I can make this faster. Let's just do 30 seconds. All right, you guys have 30 seconds to join. 30 seconds. It's going to be rough. It'll be fine. It's Mario Kart. Everybody loves Mario Kart. That's not Mario. That's Martin. He tried his best. Okay. I'm curious to see the path the marbles take. It even did the music. Or you know what I mean? The sounds. Timu Mario. Yeah. Oh my God. Are you able to fall off? Oh, ads are about to happen, friends. Just a heads up. No, there's no unstick. No, there's no unsticking service here. It's just with him. Okay, you're in the lead. One of you is in the lead. Let me slow you down. It's She-Devil. Oh, this is Trippy on the outside. Ka-chow. There we go. Is 3 both? No. I do wonder how long something like this takes. Oh, Trey's in the front. Oh, never mind. But it, see, when you press 1, it's not like considering how far they are in progress. It's literally just the closest to the actual finish. You know what I mean? Whether you're actually going to be there or not. Oh my God. What was it coming out of Yoshi's mouth? Trey's in the lead. What's your time? Oh, okay. This has got to be the finish coming up here. Yeah. Pretty demanding lead. No shot. Oh, man, you still got it. Holy shit. I thought that was it. There you go. Everybody's crossing now. That was close. That was damn close. I was about to cry. Who put that barrel there? GG's well done. GG's well done. Nobody died, right? How? There must have been some glitch. Something must have happened to knock you off. I wonder what it was. Is this like you do X-Race when you play and I get a marble? Yeah, it's random. It's random what happens. Yeah. GG's indeed. GG's indeed. That was personal. It was something. Yeah. There's the wiener. See, he was gonna cry. This is cool. We do need to do more marbles more often. And at some point, I do want to try to actually make one. So yeah, we'll definitely revisit it for sure. Sure you want to quit? Yeah, I want to quit. All right. Before we call it quits, we're going to go revisit our store real quick. I'll open this up while the ads are running. This isn't Phasmo. Of course it's not. Does the category say Phasmo? No, it does not. Retro. There we go. All right. Of course, Gamer Dan. Thank you for being here, friend. I appreciate you. All right. Retro. Rewind. All right, switch back over to this. Oh, ads are done. Good deal. Good. Okay. And I'll put my cam back up in the spot it needs to be. Can't stop playing. I've played definitely my fair share. I have not done much since the last, but some of you guys haven't seen it. So the last time that some of you have seen my store was when we first played, when I posted a video. Then I haven't posted anything since. But I did do a mini stream where I showed the store of where we are now. So let's go take a peek. Yeah, and we did have a world record for marbles. We did. This is very true. This is very, very true. Yeah, go. I'm going to end it on YouTube and Keek, by the way. And then we're going to keep going on Twitch just for a little bit, and then we'll raid out and everything because my fam's going to be home soon. But I'll show you guys the store. So if you want to see it, please feel free to come over to Twitch, friends. All right. Let's go take a look at the store. So, hello. I have 2 workers. If some of you haven't seen it, I'm ready to push some movies today. That's the good attitude, Daniel. But yeah, so here's the store. So we've got a horror wall. We've got our shelves in between. Got some decorations. I'll show you this in a minute. Just relax. Okay, relax. We have our new section here. Action has a wall. Sci-fi has its own wall. Western, police, all the things. And then I've got a special wall of all my holographics. So anytime I get a holographic, I go stick it over here on the special wall. Yeah. And then what I've been doing is any of my I have a lot of movies to put away too. I kind of forgot I had to put some movies away. Any broken movies that I have, I put them here because apparently they're going to be adding the ability for you to actually fix tapes. So I'm saving them instead of wasting them. But yeah, so let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. Okay. Looking good. Oh, this always gets messed up. Hold on, please. No, I fucked it up. There we go. Fixed it. So we have the romance section, adult section, which of course, still our #1 movie by far. Absolutely by far. How many times? This has been rented 19 times. I'm surprised this tape still is in good condition. I've got some gaming. I've got... No, I would never do that. I would never do that song. What do you mean? Unfortunately, it breaks. It breaks and the stuff goes all the way over there. I was going to have it just like this, so you had to go all the way up here to read it. Damn it. Yeah, this is all of the lyrics. This is the lyrics to that entire song. If you were to zoom in, you would see the entire thing. Yeah. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment, what I'm thinking of. I feel like I'm watching a modern art piece. Right. And then also, so then we also have this room back here. Johnny Five's alive, and he is ready to help. Look, wash your octopus. We're just talking about one of our favorite titles. You bunch of weirdos. Look, it's a movie. See? Wash my octopus. It's right there. Look. It's fine. Y'all need to relax. Y'all need to chill, man. Got any DVDs? No, there's no DVDs yet. No, there's, although that something like that would be pretty sick. Do I have any movies I can buy? Oh, I do. That's right. These. Really, I have all these to sort. So as for expansion wise, I have 2 expansions I don't actually have yet. We have E and C, so 2500 and 1500. I haven't done those yet. But we've got all the other things. I've got a candy machine, soda, snacks, you name it. We've bought most of the decorations that are available. All the stuff and things. Really, like, some of the more, like, holiday themed ones I don't have. So another thing I started to do too, which I thought was pretty schmat, anything that is a holiday themed one, I am putting back on the shelf. So that way, whenever it's holiday again, I pull it back out of the storage. After you open the whole store, you unlock cheats. Oh no, that's incorrect. As soon as you get to level 20, you unlock cheats. Yeah, I've already unlocked the ability to have them. I just don't want them on this save state. I want them on a different one. So I already have them if I wanted them. The carpet, such nostalgia. I can smell it. The smelly smell. Oh, I don't have the cactus, but I don't like, I feel like I need better sections if I want to do that. Like a cactus for the Western and all that jazz. Hey, Nikki, how are you? We need a snack shelf down in the special area named Flash Snacks. Okay. Listen, we can do whatever we want. Okay. Johnny 5 knows. Look, this is a POV of what it would be like if you were in this seat. Feels very judgmental. No tissues? No, they don't allow us to buy any. Although, isn't there a movie with a tissue? Once the brain gets working, you just start thinking, and you it comes together, you know. There's okay, that's a bad choice of words. It just happens. It just happens and it works out, you know, to the best. I don't think there's another one that I saw with a tissue box on it that I could. Oh, okay, I guess there is. Would you guys rather have keeping my gambler oiled up? Eee. Eee. I like it when a plane comes together. Oh my god. The best we got, I think. Johnny 5 alive. Oh. Be a phrase if I ever heard it. Yeah. But I just wanted to show you guys. So I won't start a day or anything like that, but this is where she is. This is where she's getting to. Not too shabby. I'm probably going to at some point, if I need to, just make these into bigger shelves. So, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I got a lot of movies. You guys saw in the back. I've got a bunch back here that I still need to put away. I don't have any hollows though, so I can't fill out that anymore. But yeah. The Nutcracker still on guard duty. It's still over there making sure that everybody's, you know, behaving, doing what they need to do. I wish you could actually play the damn arcade machines. Some bullshit. Maze Munch. Orc Invaders. Looks nostalgic. It's great. I love it. 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 Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's okay. I didn't save. It might have auto-saved. I don't know. We'll find out later. Either way, besides the point. Besides the point. Okay. What is the chair next to the TV for? If you got to ask, you can't afford it. Still need to work in arcade game in Phas. I know. That's the last thing I want to go to them with. I'd rather the bugs get fixed before we get the actual cool stuff. All right. That's the duck chair. Okie dokie, friends. It was a good day, man. I appreciate you guys. I don't stream on Saturdays, but I'm glad you guys were here. My fam is going to be here very, very soon. So I wanted to make sure that I was done with stream by the time they got here so that way I can hang out with them. So we're talking minutes away. Thank you guys. Listen, you guys kept me busy today. We had fun. We did the games and the stuff and the things. Tomorrow stream is normal. It's normal time. Normal time. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Whether you were here for marbles or Phaz or whatever it was. It was a dance thing. It was. Yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. If you guys aren't in the Discord link is in chat. So the rest of the socials. The Patreon is there. If you want to see a beautiful picture of Miss Josie wrapped up in a blanket, that's there. But no, thank you guys. Let's go find a raid target real fast. From absolute boredom. Well, I'm glad that I could help entertain at least a little bit. At least a little bit. All right, we'll mute this. And then oh, you know what? You know what? I know what. I know where we're going to go. I know where. Thank you, Ace. Appreciate you guys. All right. Here's the raid messages. If you're a follower, that's for you. If you're a sub, that's for you. Little creepy tier 3s, you have your own special message. We're going to go visit one of our friendos who is currently playing Hunt Showdown. But thank you guys again for an awesome day. You guys are freaking great. I love you all. Over halfway to our goal for April. I appreciate you all. I told Break I was thinking about adding in a goal where I had to dress in the hot dog costume and play that sausage in the bun game. So that might be coming up soon. I don't know. Still torn about it, but we'll see. But you guys are awesome. I love you all. Thank you so much for a great stream. Y'all are amazing. I love you all. Bye.